Hey, what's up YouTube? What's up YouTube? Thank you for watching our first video. We just started a couples channel. I'm Jay.
I'm Bree.
And we just started a YouTube channel. So we was gonna do the little 10 questions quiz thing, so you guys can get to know us a little bit better. And the questions is right here. Bree's gonna read off the questions, and we're gonna answer them
questions
as we go along. So.
Okay, so the first question is, when and where did we first meet?
Well, we first met in 2014. I was working at Walmart. She was working at Walmart. So I used to see her at work and stuff like that. So that's how we first met, at work, actually, in 2014.
Yep, we sure did. Okay, the next question is, who said I love you first?
Well, I said I loved her first.
He did.
It was one day we was going home from work. We stopped to get something to eat. And we was going to the house. We was chilling outside in the car, and I was just like, I was looking at her, and I was just like,
tell the truth.
I know it was a little bit early, but I was just looking at her, and I was like, hey, I love you. You feel what I'm saying? Because she brought a lot of joy to my heart. So I just had to let her know.
Oh. Okay, so the next question is, which foods do you like or dislike?
Well, for me, I'm gonna go first. So all the Caribbean peoples that's gonna be watching this video, they could relate. I like cook-up rice, rice and peas. Well, that's basically cook-up rice, but
yeah, pretty much.
Rice and peas, baked chicken, jerk chicken,
macaroni and cheese,
mac and cheese, cabbage.
Guyanese,
the list goes on. What I don't like is like pasta and stuff like that. Like I'm not a big fan.
You like
of,
pasta?
I'm not a big fan of like pasta, and I eat it. Not to say that I don't eat it. I do eat it, but I'm just not like a big fan of like pasta and stuff like that.
It's not his go-to food.
Yeah, it's not my go-to things, but I do eat it though.
When I make it.
What is yours?
Okay, so mine. Okay, so my favorite food is. Probably want to say what I always ask for.
Well, her favorite food became whatever I ate, because when I met her, I turned her on to a lot of food. So she been eating a lot of stuff that
I guess
I basically eat.
Yeah, I eat a lot of Guyanese food. That's like my favorite.
Down here they call it
now.
Jamaican food. So we go to the Jamaican store a lot, and she get cabbage and
rice.
White rice.
White rice.
Anyone knows if you go to the Jamaican store, you never get white rice. So you know that's not a person that's really familiar with the food and you feel. No, she's familiar now because we've been together for like over 5 years, so she's familiar now. But yep, next
the food that I dislike. Well, I didn't even get finished with the first question. Okay, so the foods that I absolutely dislike is probably like mushrooms or...
Yeah, I dislike mushrooms too. I hate mushrooms.
What else? Zucchini.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I can eat zucchini.
Not me. Mm-mm. Okay, so the next question is, what is something you wish I didn't do?
Oh, man.
That's a hard one.
That's a very easy one. Something that I wish you wouldn't do is... and I feel as though like all relationship got this, but the nagging, it's like every day is just nagging. Yeah, so that's something that I wish you wouldn't do, honest to God. Like
I don't nag. I don't.
Alright, so what's something that you wish I don't do?
Be annoying.
But I feel like
you guys, every time I'm mad at him and I tell him not to touch me or like anything, he always just wants to like nitpick and just touch. That's all he does, and he does it on purpose, and that's the one thing that drives me crazy. Okay, so the next question is,
what do you usually argue about and who usually wins? That's what it says.
Oh,
so what do we argue about? If we was to sit here and tell you what we really argue about, we'll be here all day. We argue almost every single day.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. But we do argue a lot.
We argue, but it's not every day.
Who usually wins? It depends on who's more pettier that day. That's who usually wins. But It could go either way. It's up in the air with whoever wins. But every time we argue, sometimes I let her get the edge. Sometimes, but sometimes I could be petty too. So, like I said, basically, whoever wins is basically on.
I don't even think it's anything about anybody winning.
Really wins.
It's
yeah,
just,
I know.
We both argue.
And
then we
make up.
We don't even say sorry. We just start talking again. That's all we start. That's all we do. We do. We don't even say sorry to each other. We could be not talking the whole day, and then when the nighttime rolls around, yo, breathe. He'll ask me a question. He always does it.
Or
he'll try to
talk to me.
Yeah, that is true.
It's both ways.
It's both, yeah. Okay, so the next question is, this is an easy one. Who is more jealous? Yeah.
Her by
that's
far.
Me.
He's
not a jealous person at all.
Because I feel as though, like, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you trust
you should be able to trust them.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't trust him. It's just, I don't really know.
I feel as though, like, if you're in a relationship and you trust somebody, well, if you're in a relationship, you should trust somebody. Because regardless in life, people's going to do whatever they want to do, whether we like it or not. So it's not really good to be jealous so much. So I'm not really a jealous person because I'm all in for it. Like, if you have someone as a friend and you know that's your friend, then that's your friend.
And that is my problem.
And who am I to say that's not your friend or tell you who to talk to and who not to talk to? I never told her not to talk to nobody. I never gave no restrictions or none of that. So she's definitely the most jealous one. Yeah.
He got it. I'm not going to argue about that. Okay, the next question is...
The first thing I noticed about her... Well, the first thing I noticed about her, I used to see her at work all the time. And she used to be walking, and I ain't gonna lie, she got the swaggy back there. So that was like, because I didn't know her. I would just see her at work, and she'll just be walking. And I always tell myself, I was like, yo, if she's into, like... Obviously, she's white and I'm black. So if she was in the black dudes, I was just like, if she's in the black dudes, I'm gonna go talk to her and stuff like that. And see is her body, like she had like a crazy body, crazy. She still got a crazy body, but when I met her, she had like A1. That thing was A1. I'm not gonna lie.
So my body is what caught his attention.
What was the first thing that?
I guess your lips when you came up and sat next to me. It was your lips.
I thought you said you used to see me before I came up.
Yeah, but
so what was like the
I never really seen you from afar. Like I mean, I did see you, but it was like
you always saw me from afar. Not from close up, so yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right, so the first thing she noticed about me was my lips.
But I mean, I guess the very first thing that I noticed was, I always told, like, his hair. I never knew if he had dreads or braids.
All right, so
they were nice though.
How long my hair is now, but when I first met her, my hair was like...
It was like up to...
Short. It was like short as hell.
Here.
And I always kept it like in braids and stuff like that. So a lot of people used to get it confused. They thought I had braids, but the whole time I had dreads. That was like back in 2014. I started in 2013. So when I met her, it was like a year later when I had started my dress. So it was pretty short when I first met her. So the first thing she noticed was my lips, and the first thing I noticed was her.
Okay. All right. Next question. What is your favorite feature about each other?
Well, my favorite feature for her is her eyes. I'm not gonna lie, she got like cat eyes, so I really like her eyes. That's like the most favorite thing.
And again, mine is the lips and I guess the way that he dresses, cause
yeah.
Yes.
So my favorite feature for her is her eyes and smile. The eyes and the smile.
All right. Our next question is, how would you describe our first kiss?
I'm not gonna lie, yo. The first time we kissed was the first time I picked her up from work. I had picked her up from work and we was going back to my house. We was going to go back to the house and watch movies and stuff like that. So when I first met her, I swear to God, like I already knew that like this was the girl that I really wanted to spend my life with. My longest relationship I ever had, hands down, is with her. So when I first met her, I told myself like, when I first met her, I was 24. So I told myself like, yo, I'm getting older and stuff like that. I really want a serious relationship. So when I first met her, I was like, if she's serious with it, like, cause when I first got her number, I was like, yo, if she's serious with it, I'd really take it that far with her. Like, I'd really be serious with her. Like, just cut everybody off just to focus on her. So when I started talking to her, I really cut everybody off to focus on her, and that started some drama. But we're gonna get into that in a later video. But when I first met her, like I said, I cut everybody off, and I was really focusing on her. So the whole time I'm going home and we're driving back to my house, I was just like, yo, I'm a kisser, but I didn't know how to kiss her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to be too pressy because, like I said, I don't know if it was gonna be a turn off or not to her. So I was like mostly like pacing it. So when we got back to the house, we sitting there, we watching a movie, and I basically just look over at her. She's looking at me from the side of her eyes because I could feel it, like she was burning me.
That's a lie.
So I look over at her, and she's looking back at me, and I just reached in and kissed her. So
he did.
It was kind of like, it was a cute little first kiss. You feel me? Like when you really like somebody, it was like more so like
the butterflies in your feelings.
like a little blush kind of like kiss and stuff like that. It was kind of mostly like that. So that was the first kiss. It was like a little nice little cute kiss. We was watching Blow. She never seen the movie Blow before.
Yeah, that was my first time ever seeing Blow before.
We was watching Blow.
So that was a good night. Okay, so the last question is, what was your first impression of each other?
My first impression of her, like...
I thought that he was mean when I first seen him. Like, I used to always see him... Okay, so when I first used to see him, I used to walk past his register that he was always on purpose so that I could see you. I told you that, though. I told him that already. I used to always walk back to... What was it? Lawn and Garden?
Yeah, I used to always be like...
And I used to work in the meat department, so if you guys know, Lawn and Garden is on the opposite side of the store, so it's not nowhere close. And I used to go all the way over there because I knew he was over there.
I swear the managers and stuff was cool with me at work, so they used to always just let me go to Lawn and Garden every day. Like, every day as soon as I came in, I'd be like, yo, can I go to Lawn and Garden? And they used to be like, yeah. So I used to always be back in Lawn and Garden, but my first impression of her was, like, I always used to see her, but my first impression when I walked up on her... Alright, so my first impression of her was, like I said, I always used to see her, but I never saw her close up. Now, today, let me tell you guys how we met. We met, one day I was walking outside, I was on lunch, she was on lunch, and she was outside talking to some dude, but I knew the person, so... That was like my perfect opportunity because, like I said, I always liked her when I saw her. So I'm like, yo, this is my perfect opportunity to go say something to her now. So the next time when I see her by herself, I could be like, yo, you feel me? So when I walked up to them, I was talking to the dude, and me and him was talking, but it was so crazy. Like, this shit, like, it was like meant to be because when I walked up there and I was talking to them, like, literally like 2 seconds later, his ride came. So he left. So when he left, I was like, can I sit with you? And she was like, yeah. So the first thing that I noticed, like I said, was her eyes. And I was like, yo, she's very pretty. That was my first impression of her. And I was like, yo, I'm going to get her. And if I really get her, it's going to be on. And we going to be stuck together forever. And that was since 2014. It's 2020 right now. So
okay. My first impression of him was, honestly, I thought that he was mean. I really thought that you were mean. But that didn't turn out to be the case.
Yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of people say that. A lot of people, everybody that meets me, they be like, yo, I thought
you just got that mean look about you.
But
I don't know why, but he's really not like that.
Alright, so that was it for the 10 questions. So you guys like the questions
video,
or whatever, you guys want to follow us in our journey, feel free to subscribe to to be aware when new content come up. We're gonna be doing a lot of videos. Well, me and her made a promise to ourselves. So we made a promise. So if the YouTube channel gets big, like we're praying and we're hoping,
it will.
With the support from you guys, it could get that way. If the channel really gets big, we wanted to get like a drone and stuff like that. And what we was gonna do was go to Guyana and film out there, because I think it's a lot of interesting stuff out there that will really catch the attention of you guys, and like you guys will really fall in love with it. So, and
also so that you guys can see
different stuff,
what it's like out there.
Yeah, so different stuff like that. But that's the promise that we made if the channel gets big. So remember, mark my words, we said this on the channel, the first video. If this channel gets as big as we want it to get, we're gonna go to Guyana for at least 3 months and vlog and show you guys the living and stuff like that, how it is out there. And I got that kind of idea from this channel that we watch. This couple, Earl and Swaggy, they met and they moved to Jamaica. He was from Jamaica and they moved out there and they had a good time. Now they living in Jamaica and stuff like that. So that's kind of like what I want to incorporate in the channel if we
Their channel is called The Stevens Family, if you guys want to go follow them.
Yeah, the Life of the Stevens. That's what the
Life
channel
of the
is
Stevens.
called. But he also got his own channel and she got her own channel. And yeah, they got the family channel. So we also got a family channel too. So if you want to follow our family channel, it's the Thomas Family. We're going to leave a link in the description so you guys can follow that if you want to follow that. Yeah, like I said, hopefully this channel blows up. We're going to keep coming with more content, getting you guys more familiar with us, getting to know us a little bit better, and hopefully you guys join the journey and really come on board with us. And like I said, to get the channel up to like the ideal point, which is like 100,000 subscribers or more, that's when I'm going to take the leap of faith and we're going to go to Guyana and show you guys different stuff. And as the channel grows and gets bigger, with the grace of God, as the channel grows and gets bigger, we're going to start traveling, because that was like one of my passions to always do. I want to travel.
Mine too.
So yeah, so we're going to travel. We're going to vlog the travel so people can see it and stuff like that. So you guys, please subscribe, pay attention, watch all our videos, like, comment, subscribe, and do all of that, because I promise you it's going to be more. This channel is going to be more so about authentic stuff. Like, we're not going to be doing too much pranks and stuff like that. That's for the family channel. But this channel is also just mainly going to be focused on, like I said, the traveling and growing with us. Mm-hmm. Also, I got kids from a previous relationship and she doesn't have any kids, but we are trying to have kids right now. We're going through a journey with that. So we're going to make a video about that. And in that video, we're going to explain like all the stuff that we've been going through as a couple and bring you guys more into it with it, because that's what we want to do. We want, hopefully, by the grace of God, next year, we should be able to have our child. And we're going to tell you guys the routes and stuff like that that we have to go down to get it. You get what I'm saying? So that was it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for sitting here and going through all this stuff with us.